The branch of the linden is leafy and grey. The Rhine gives its gold to the sea. But somewhere a glory awaits unseen. Tomorrow belongs to me. Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Wolfenstein, The New Order. I'm the Mysterious JG. Off screen, I went ahead and took care of that missing health power-up. It was, in fact, in a box underwater. So in the swimming around / taking the skiff, whatever it is, around underwater portion, there's a point where if you are looking like, oh, excuse me, all the way underwater, it's actually that last little bit where, excuse me, I'm sorry, you can bring the skiff, but you actually don't need to, and it's kind of like, yeah. But down there's actually a box, and if you swim to it, and you can interact with it, but it's like the little Fergus minigame where you have to hotwire it, which seems kind of weird underwater. But either way, you do that, you get the health upgrade, and Bob's your uncle. I'm not going to explain exactly what it was, but I got an email which really put me in a good mood. So I'm actually in pretty good spirits, despite having I had to replay a little bit of that last stage, but not much, and no, I'm in a good mood. So let's carry that good mood forward to murdering people on a U-boat. I mean, they're Nazis, so, you know. But this we saw, so we can skip it.
Anyone following you?
No.
No. What do you mean, no? Yes?
I don't get that, but okay. So we are in a torpedo. A signal is detected. This is... I don't know how the hell you're supposed to avoid getting spotted around here. They're in a freaking... They're really guarding this room pretty heavily. It's like they expect somebody to sneak out of one of their torpedoes. Gotta hand it to the Nazis. They're prepared. I don't think in my off-screening I ever got all the way through this without getting spotted. And the primary reason is that if you kill a guard, certainly you can kill a guard without that guard detecting you, but other guards notice that he's dead. At least if you kill this guard at the entrance point, that happens. Maybe if you kill the guards in a certain sequence. Oh, there's the officer. Oh, man. I can stop reinforcements coming in if I can get a shot off on this guy. I don't know how often he cycles through, but he's the guy. This guy's not the guy. Okay, I needed to be ready. I don't think I ever really tried, because they don't look over to the right and down. So now I've been spotted by these guys, but I got the officer, so I actually should be in pretty good shape. Are they throwing grenades down? They're throwing grenades. They're throwing grenades and hitting themselves. Now they got me, though. I got a shotgun, which is nice. I can be the shotgunner. Oh wow, I got him with the ricochet. Ricochet rabbit. So in fact, this is already going a lot better than my off-screening did, and it was nothing to do with super weapons I shouldn't have had access to. It was just because I guess I was trying to like creep forward to get closer to the officer, and if you just pull back a bit, just outside of my top 10 tasks, now if you just pull back a bit, you can actually get a good shot. And then the soldiers in the room notice you're there, but it doesn't make sense necessarily. I know the officers are on the radio, so it's easy for them to call in support. I would still think that the regular soldiers could maybe... one of them could run into the room while the others try to kill you. But as it is, we're on a submarine and are undetected. I spent the entire U-boat mission, my off-screen, constantly under detection, that doesn't necessarily mean that there are always enemies who could kill you. Well, that's not true. I'm sure that I got to a point where I was no longer under full alert and got under full alert again. No collectibles I need to watch out for. Well, I could find another piece. I missed a piece of gold and an Enigma code, but nothing that like I care about. Oh, you know what? Let's listen to the recordings too.
Ramona writes, July 6th, 1941. The Nazi appears to be overly devoted to his police station.
What?
I learned this while tossing grenades into the building. 7 grenades went in, but not a single Nazi came out. Does killing Nazis make me a murderer?
Sort of.
Don't know. Don't think so. I'm not a soldier, but this is what soldiers do. And I have to steel myself from emotion, like a soldier does.
She's a no-limit soldier. Hooty hoo.
August 9th, 1941. The Nazi appears to be highly gullible. I learned this as I pretended I was drowning and he dove in to save me, body armor and all. I had only to apply the gentlest of pressures to push him down until he stopped struggling. I am pregnant. It's not showing, but I think mother suspects. I've decided to find an apartment for myself.
The jumping from tricking a Nazi who was trying to save her life into, into his death to like domestic matters is a bit odd. And the fact, of course, that she's pregnant from a Nazi that she murdered.
August 30th, 1941. I have my own apartment 2 floors above the bakery. I can't have this Nazi baby inside me anymore. It has to come out.
Well, you could give
I
birth
took
to
some
it.
pills from my mother's cabinet. They did not work. All they did was make me sick.
And they probably weren't very good for the baby, the Nazi baby.
Ramona writes, September 3rd, 1941. The Nazi appears to be a reckless driver. I learned this after I cut his brake line and his car went over a cliff as he drove down the mountain. I didn't see it happen, but there was a picture in the paper. I had a friend at the university who successfully terminated her pregnancy through consumption of pennyroyal oils. I have written her for instructions.
And the cheeriness just keeps coming.
September 13th, 1941. A letter arrived from London today. I have procured a vial of pennyroyal oil. I have stolen some antibiotics from Mother. I won't be coming to work tomorrow.
It's my flex day.
September 14th, 1941. Pain unbearable. Won't stop bleeding.
So she actually gives these to you one at a time as you progress through these missions. So you gotta imagine you're fighting Nazi, Kriegsmarine guys, fighting your way through a U-boat, heavily guarded, lots of armed dudes, and just picking up little bits and pieces of dead Ramonas. Many, many troubles. Thank you, buddy, for wandering back and forth here where I could get a good shot off at you, because it really saved me a lot of trouble. Trying to kill any of these other guys just pretty much always means you get noticed by the officer who calls for reinforcements, and it makes the place a significantly bigger pain in the ass. And it already is, and it's already a pretty big pain in the ass. Switch back to the Laserkraftwerk, because that has unlimited ammos. This is health. I believe it's during this level you pick up the reflective shot, because I remember trying really hard to use the reflective shot here. I had been waiting for it, since you need to use a certain amount of reflective shots in order to unlock one of the perks. Yeah, I remember using a lot of reflective shots in this level. There's green, there's not green. There's green, there's not green. It's like red light, green light, only there's no red light. I'm creeping forward even though I can't see the green light because I trust that it's there, beckoning me onward. Oh, you're still alive. My bad, I thought I was self-killing you. I'm so sorry, guys. That is all my fault. Yeah, I can see you too. Difference is I'm gonna kill you. And the fact that you can see me is going to lead only to your death. Yeah, there's more guys coming, huh? And I can recharge here. Don't remember whether or not this thing is available here. I mean, I'm getting to the point now where I think most of my laser craft upgrades are available. There's a level coming up. I guess I shouldn't spoil what it is. They've been hinting at it for a while, but the level coming up that gives us most of what's left. So this is a door I couldn't play with before, so I'm quite excited now to see what's here. Probably just a small room that includes a health upgrade. I doubt there's a whole lot more going on. Still be quite a relief not to have to carefully look for it. Paris building collapses. Architect executed. It's a knife. Would have sworn that opening this up was going to lead to the health power up. Oh, fatherland, show us. Oh, you know what? I wasn't here during the other playthrough because if you're paying attention, you don't need... Oh, never mind. No, I wasn't. I thought this was taking me to an to where I had just come from. And I had just not noticed that there was... Oh, see, that's a decorative helmet. It doesn't actually give me armor. No health bonus in here, huh? I want to be pretty damn sure before I leave. But yeah, no, I was thinking when I saw this that maybe I actually could get here from elsewhere. Like in this hallway. But no, that's not actually the case. Boy, I'm uncomfortable with leaving without a Fergus only room, without finding the Fergus only permanent health boost. But it really doesn't seem to be in here. I just singed his knee because I'd forgotten that I'd switched this over. Thought you were dead. They do blows up nice when you kill them with a laser. Okay, just gotta keep searching these bunks pretty carefully, and hopefully I will eventually find the health power up. Because there is one to be found. Lurking somewhere. A health power up. Guy stuck a knife in his pillow. I think I can safely assume it's a he. I don't think they're letting women onto these U-boats. The U.S. Navy lets women serve on submarines now, I believe. I could be wrong. I guess it depends on the submarine. But, I don't know. The Germans don't seem that proactive about that sort of thing. I shouldn't say Germans. I meant Nazis. The Nazis weren't proactive about that sort of thing. Americans weren't doing it yet at this point in history. It's only supposed to be the 60s, isn't it? Okay, very atmospheric. Very much not finding the health power up. Just need to keep going. Just need to keep going and be confident that it'll show up. Hi, buddy.
Surrender immediately and you will be treated fairly and in accordance with maritime law.
Fairly? I guess I've been spotted at some point. I'm always wondering now what happens if you go redo the whole level without ever getting spotted, but I don't really think that's possible. If getting out of the torpedo room alive and never getting spotted from that point on was good enough to not get a message there, then maybe. Because I didn't need to get spotted with some of this other stuff I've done where I got spotted. But I don't think you get out of that torpedo room without being seen. I really don't think you can. Armor power up. I remember having have a bit of a firefight on your hands on the other side of this door, if I recall. But there's no signal detected. There's a shotgunner. Wait patiently. Oh no, don't want to wait patiently. Trade shots, buddy. I can dual wield shotguns. I'm now out of armor. So that's not really helping my cause. Full armor again, but you hate to use those power-ups, man. Achtung, Achtung, hier, Alex Reis. Shotgun does some damage, man. With my full armor going, I really feel like one of Shawn Michaels' Knights. It's pretty sweet. That's a reference to my Army of Two Let's Play with Bobo. I almost said in reference to Army of Two. It isn't really a reference to Army of Two. It's pretty much only a reference to the Let's Play I did with Bobo. The idea that heavily armored troops with shotguns are Shawn Michaels' Knights. Not really an intentional part of the game design, I believe. Still creeping around slowly. Still hoping to find a health power up. Never know when you might actually catch them with a reflective shot. At this point I got full armor and I haven't taken a hit since I got it, so I'm still kind of hoping to keep that going. Maybe I can sneak up on him. It worked. They were definitely stealing themselves for an attack from the other direction. I'm a tactical genius. Seriously, folks, I'm like Robert E. Lee and shit. And I do mean shit. Alright. There's a joke from an old student comedy project I was involved with long, long ago. He served under J. Edgar Hoover, and I do mean under. J. Edgar Hoover was a known transvestite. I don't know that he was actually known to be homosexual. Two different things that, you know, sometimes but don't always go together. That being said, he probably didn't take kindly to things that he considered abnormal or un-American, which he's one of those guys who probably didn't really hold themselves up to the same standards he held other people up to. Why am I talking about J. Edgar Hoover? But yeah, like if he found out somebody was a transvestite, then they were in the government, he probably would have used that secret to destroy them if he disagreed with them politically. Even though he was doing that kind of thing himself. Hey, cool. Ow. That sucked. So,
Achtung! Ab sofort melden sich alle wichtigen Besatzungsmitglieder auf der Brücke. Kontaminierungskorps bewaffnet euch und kümmert euch um den Eindringling.
the battle on the bridge of this thing is a complete pain in the ass. There's just so many dudes you gotta kill. And they're kind of concentrated. And yeah. Maybe there's a health power up on the other side of this. A boy can dream. Appears like this might be the way to progress the whole shooting gallery. But if I can't actually go any further that way, then I might not have a lot of choice. Oh. Damn, I'm on the bridge. The level's like over then. Fudge. This might be another one where off camera I gotta redo a bunch of stuff. Well, they can see me, so I don't think I can do a lot of sneaking around. Yeah, I'm trying to find them and deal with them in relatively small groups. Somebody got up pretty close to me there and started shooting. Oh, you're still alive. Well, there you go. That would do it. Got one of the shotgun guys. They're usually a pretty big part of the opposition. Whee! You went flying in a pretty impressive way. They're on more than one level, too. At some point, I gotta go upstairs and start killing guys. The real frustration is I'm worried now that I left behind. You the captain? Me and the captain gonna make it happen? Oh no, the captain's in a little room by himself at the end, I think. That's why he's saying that they're all useless, he says to them as they die, trying to save this ship. I'm not really using the energy weapons, so the Tesla grenades aren't that big of a threat, but they still hurt. Shotgunner. The armor power-ups and the health power-ups both help a lot with this. The shotgunners, I mean. Uh-oh. Almost out of ammo. Or rather, I'm out of that, whatever that special scatter shot stuff was. Shrapnel shells I was out of. I hadn't even realized I'd switched over to the secondary weapon. Or ammo type. So it's entirely possible that I'm going to end up replaying this level off screen as well. Because while the enemies don't seem to be coming after me anymore... Oh, I didn't mean to... Never mind. No big deal. Not really finding the health pickup either. Well, hold on, maybe it's... Straight ahead? This doesn't look like something I can open. Maybe it's on the level below. There's still dudes alive in there. I feel like that's going to advance the plot. Alright, Captain. Killing you shuts off the alarm. Well, I missed you before. So I found a missing Enigma code. There's still a piece of gold. Oh, there was no health upgrade. Wow, jeez. Never mind then. All worked up about nothing. The level isn't over, but I think the combat is. There's a bit more silliness in this level. Alright. Let's plug in the thingamajig. I'm not sure what this does, but... Oh yeah, I think I have to do this,
The antenna buoys.
Yeah.
Buoy. Silly word.
Buoy. Yeah, that's right. I think if I hadn't started doing that yet, he would have had a short monologue in which he was like, why isn't it working? Oh, antenna boys. Antenna boys, you know who you're fucking with. Antenna boys. Yeah, sorry. That's silly.
Cat's in the bag.
And the cats and the krill and the silver spoon.
Keep the channel open,
Boys
Bosco.
with the man.
We are inbound. Tracking your signal.
Copy that. Gangsta.
You know what you have here, Captain Blazkowicz? This is the Eva's Hammer, the crown jewel of the Nazi U-boat fleet.
Sweet.
There's a nuclear cannon on this boat. Correction. Our nuclear cannon.
Well, I mean, it's still a nuclear cannon. But yeah.
Some backbone on this here magnificent fucking U-boat, Captain. I'll give him that. Took the decryption keys to the nuclear cannon to his grave.
It won't fire?
Well, not the nuclear warheads, no. There I was pining to ram a big proper atom bomb down Deathshead's throat.
Right up his arse.
So let's find decryption keys.
The actual physical nuclear decryption keys are not kept on planet Earth. They're stored in the Nazi lunar base.
Seriously?
U-boat captains are required to learn them by heart.
Yeah,
The
we're
lunar
heading to the
base is
moon.
the most secure facility the Nazis have. It's where they do all their top secret research these days.
What's your point?
Caroline and Anya are working on a Bucket HQ.
But we're seriously gonna go to the fucking moon. Give a dog a bone. sorry. That didn't mean to insult a old Yiddish song, but it did sound a little bit like Tip Tap Paddywhack, Give a Dog a Bone. This level is almost over. The combat part is over, but it's pretty much time to end the video. So when we come back, folks, we are going to follow Set into the keep and find Super Yiddish Space Technology Magic Weapons 2000. And although I guess I gave it away a little bit, yeah, there's strong hints. I think you guys have seen the stage select screen at some point where I'd already cleared it with Wyatt, but yeah. Shortly, as a matter of fact, probably before the next video is over, we're going to be heading for the moon. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. I'm the Serious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. And I hope you'll join me next time for more of Wolfenstein, The New Order. Auf Wiedersehen, Schmuck.